It has a definite impact in your brain's capability to function. Anything that you're consuming that can alter your brain alters your judgment, alters your reflex. I give you a prime example. When I was working with some football students, I showed them their film prior to their use and their film now that they're using. It didn't even look like the same player. Areas where they would have been able to do a quick tackle or catch the ball or make the play, they were dropping it. They were showing up late. They were just out of sync. It altered their perception of time. It altered their understanding and reasoning of the game. Marijuana can't be just turned on or off. It's a subtle form of capture. It impairs the lungs and it impairs the heart. So now what I want you to look at the effects of the mental health. So it increases anxiety and the sense of being anxious. Fear and panic is one of the things that really can get heightened by the continuous use, and then increases the chronic chances of clinical depression. It's one thing to feel blue and one thing to feel a little sad, but depression can sit on you like a heavy weight. Depression becomes crippling. You don't even want to get up out of bed. You don't even want to take a bath. You don't even want to put on clean clothes. Marijuana has an addictive disorder that makes a person that maybe feel blue get into a state of depression to the point now they have to take medication to come out. It worsens any mental disorder that you may have. And I'll be honest, everybody got something.
Yeah.
Nobody is exempt from that. And so whatever your little glitch is, it magnifies it in you. Paranoia. It makes you feel like somebody's looking at me, somebody's talking about me, or they're trying to come and get me. And then the last thing is that you lose touch with reality. There are some cases where people have smoked marijuana so much that now they're starting to see things that are not there. So it's important to understand it's more to it than just getting a little high. It distorts the mental abilities. It heightens the senses, like colors become very bright and blooming. But you say, well, maybe, Lady Pat, that ain't a bad thing to have your colors more heightened. Oh, yes, it does, because certain colors trigger certain emotions. The colors of red, you naturally think danger, so now that's how that paranoia is getting kicked in.
That's good.
And so it's so important. It distorts the sense of time. You can be thinking that I got 15, 20 minutes. Well, really, that's gone. You only have a minute to get where you need to go now. It slows everything down. It hurts your motor skills. Some people that have been using marijuana for extended times lose certain fine motor skills. For instance, if they were trying to carve a turkey or something that has to be precise, they would slip. You'd see them cutting themselves. You'd see them doing things or dropping glass. And you'd be like, what is going on with you? Some people have even thought they had the early signs of MS, but it was marijuana. Lowers inhibitions and it makes you make risky decisions. Risky decisions in financial decisions, risky decisions in sexual partners, risky decisions and making a decision whether or not you're going to buy your groceries for your family or get high.
Wow.
And your children go without. It affects the brain. So when I say it affects the brain, it changes the brain's mapping because it's dulling the senses. you put yourself at more risky and more harmful environments because you're thinking, well, it's not that bad. Because it has dulled how you see and perceive things. It affects your alertness. You slow. You get hit upside your head and not realize the duck can move. Hinders learning. The research showed the earlier you start utilizing marijuana, the lower your IQ drops.
Wow.
I'm going to say that again. The earlier you start using, the lower your IQ drops. So the longer you use, you start losing your capacity to think, to reason, to make decisions and choices.
Mm-hmm.
And then it impacts your memory. You start seeing symptoms of early dementia from people that have smoked marijuana too much. The effects of the lungs. Marijuana inflames the lungs, which increases irritations in the lung, mucus in the lungs. It lowers your immune system, so it makes you more acceptable to get colds and sicknesses and other germs. And then it causes you to have an ongoing cough of mucus. And the effects on the heart. It causes your heart rate to increase. It exposes you more chances to having a heart attack or a stroke. It puts a strain on the heart walls and the heart muscles. And then it just alters the flow of the blood and being able to service the parts of your body. So I close with saying, is it really worth it? Is it really worth the high to having heart disease, lung problems, memory loss, substance addictions, lowering the IQ, and ultimately reflecting in poor relationships with family, friends, and people that are close with you? Is it really worth it?